I'd always heard that Aruba was a beautiful country. White sandy beaches, turquoise water, and a slogan that reads, "One happy island." I couldn't wait to arrive and start exploring. Explore I did, and sadly, I quickly discovered that just a few miles away from these amazing beaches, this country is hiding a terrible secret. This is the kill cage, where between 7,000 and 8,000 mostly healthy dogs and cats, sometimes lost family pets, are dumped and killed each year. Each day, a man with no veterinary certifications arrives to stab each animal through the heart and inject a lethal dose of medicine. Many times, however, the mark is missed and the animals are still alive as they are thrown into the back of the truck. Many of these dogs were still breathing as I filmed this video. Sometimes, for the severely abused, we can only pray that he arrives early to end this terrible suffering. This puppy, so badly neglected, was left to die in the cage with no mercy from anyone. No one will ever face animal cruelty charges. These animals, left on Saturday, will endure 2 days in the 90-degree heat without food or water until their deaths on Monday. There are no government-sponsored animal welfare organizations, no spay-neuter programs, and no real animal cruelty protection. There's only one official shelter on the island. This lovingly run shelter can only house about 50 animals, nowhere near what it needs to keep up with the almost 150 animals being killed each week. Since the government does not supply even one penny, the shelter and all small animal rescue organizations on the island depend completely on donations and volunteer support. One such rescue is Cass Animal Foundation. For 12 years, its founder, Kiki, has had the designs and private finances in place to build a state-of-the-art animal rescue, the largest in the Caribbean. The legislature, however, has repeatedly denied her permits required to move forward, delaying her efforts indefinitely. In the meantime, thousands of animals continue to meet their fate at the kill cage. The cost to dispose of its animals seems to be the only money that the government's willing to spend on its out-of-control pet population. Unfortunately, the situation in much of the United States and throughout the world is not much different. However, unlike the United States, where we have millions of miles to span, millions of people to legislate, and millions of animals in shelters, Aruba has an amazing advantage to conquering its problem. Aruba is small, contained, and has a population just over 100,000 people. To give you an idea, that's about the number of students and faculty at Penn State University. Aruba spans only 19.6 miles long by 6 miles wide. Most of us drive further than that to get to work. That theme park in Orlando, you know, the one with the mice, it would cover 60% of the island and presently employs a workforce greater than the number of people living on the island between the ages of 25 and 64. Its entire legislature is comprised of only 21 people. Surely, with these kinds of numbers to work with, we can make a change. If you're planning to visit Aruba, you can save a life by returning with a puppy, otherwise doomed to the kill cage, as your carry-on bag. We can help you make all the arrangements and connect you with fosters in the U.S. Because rabies does not exist in Aruba, the transition is simple and requires very little effort. This solution, however, cannot be considered a long-term remedy because it compromises our own shelter's ability to place pets in loving homes. The real solution lies in speaking with our dollars. 45% of Aruba's economy depends on American tourism. We contribute about $1.2 billion to the island each year, making them the 6th wealthiest island in the Caribbean. With that kind of influence, we can join together as one massive and powerful voice and send a message to the 21 decision makers in Aruba that this situation can change and we can help. After all, they have 1.2 billion reasons to listen. We already have experienced animal advocates, veterinarians, and volunteers in place to implement extensive animal welfare and sterilization campaigns. We plan to educate about the importance of spaying and neutering and offer options to islanders if they need to part with their pets. With your help, we can prevent pet population, bring immediate relief to the doomed animals of Aruba, and ultimately put an end to the kill cage. Learning about this is heartbreaking, and we're all saddened and overwhelmed when we think of all the endless cases of animal suffering that we can't remedy. But in the case of Aruba, because it's so small, we can change this immediately. To take action, visit our website, www.therealaruba.org, and learn more about the ways that you can help. One of the most effective and simple things that you can do is to click on the link and send a message to Mike Iman, the Prime Minister of Aruba, and Benny Sevinger, Minister of the Infrastructure. Let them know how you feel after learning these facts. Our mission is to send 1 million messages, one at a time, and that's why your message is so important. There is hope. Lives are already being saved. If we join together now, we can change the otherwise grim outcome for 2014 and help to make Aruba the happiest and the most humane island in all the Caribbean. Thank you for your support. We look forward to hearing from you.